Let's talk a little about Antrel Rolle again. We talked about him a little yesterday, but there's one aspect of his interview we had with gambling industry news that we didn't get a chance to talk about there because it's a little bit of a Homer article they had there. He's basically rooting for every single Giant, ex-Giant, and everything he could, basically. But let's talk about Eli. It says put him in the Hall. Rooting for that guy to go in the Hall. And obviously, he's 100% right. But he said, do I think he will get in? Yes, I do. I think he deserves to get in. And it's not just because of the name or because he played New York. You're talking about someone who had a very good NFL career. Postseason, we know what he did. Two-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. And the guy who he beat in both Super Bowls. And of course, that's Mr. Thomas Brady there. Guys, I don't think I probably have to convince many people here that are going to listen to this show because we're all Giants fans here for the most part. But for those stragglers we get that occasionally that are popping in from other teams there, if you don't think Eli is a Hall of Famer, point blank, for just what he did in the postseason, you're crazy. I'm sorry. Like, you take away everything he did in the preseason, he's top 10 in every single major statistical category of quarterbacks all time. And I get it. Passing is much different than it used to be. I get that. He used to be to lead the league with 2,000 yards back in the 50s, probably. But, this
well, they also ran
is what it is.
1,000 yards, and that was the game.
Yeah, but he literally owns the record for most passing yards in a single postseason still years later.
Yeah.
Beat the greatest player supposedly of all time in Tom Brady, which I'll agree to that, but I'll say, it's always that topic, but I think he is the greatest of all time. Goes ahead and gets a team, quite frankly, that wasn't the greatest teams. Because both times, you can't sit there and say the Giants were powerhouses. And he got them there, and he won against teams that flat out were powerhouses. That alone makes him worthwhile getting in. Then you throw the fact that he was literally the face of one of the biggest franchises in the NFL. And again, did all he did in the regular season as far as top 10 passing yards, top 10 touchdowns. I get it, the record wasn't the greatest. Italy retired at 500. But there's the guys like Joe Namath who have gotten in with an under 500 record. That shouldn't stop it. Yeah. He wasn't the GM. He wasn't the coach. He wasn't doing all the things that he needed he needed to do to win, apparently. Because apparently he needed to go ahead and draft players, too. The Giants sucked for drafting how many years around him?
Oh, they were terrible for so long.
Was his dad a crappy quarterback, too?
Does it run in the family?
I'm just saying, we can't all have been, blessed to have a great quarterback and a great team around the quarterback. Unfortunately, Eli didn't get that.
No, not in the least.
So look at the lines he had to deal with. Look at the receivers he had to deal with. And I say that with knowing that I love some of the receivers he played with. I enjoyed Hakeem Nicks back in the day, Plexico Burress, Montezuma, obviously, OBJ. But if you really want to get legit about it, OBJ in his prime was the only elite wide receiver that he had. You want to say Victor Cruz for the 1 year? Okay, he had 1,500 yards in 1 year, and basically that was half his career total. Call him like it is. So he should be in the Hall of Fame. Point blank should be in the Hall of Fame. He should have already been in the Hall of Fame this year. It's an absolute ridiculous thing that he's not.
Yeah, definitely. He should. It's a shame.
Yeah.
They did him dirty.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right.
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you.